Morning. Got my Equator coffee today. Hadn't had it in a little while. I look silly with my apron. Have making some banana coconut flour muffins. Need to bake a little bit longer. But yeah, they're looking alright. Smell fantastic. Yep. Of course, I won't be eating any of them. Making them for someone else. But yeah, no, I do love cooking. You know, I was actually talking with somebody yesterday. They didn't believe me. They were asking, man, I struggle to eat. I eat like 1,000-calorie meals, so I can only eat 2 a day. I was like, oh, okay, that's like me. But then they were asking people, it's like, does anybody know a way that I can meet my macro goals with protein and stuff? Because 2 meals, it just seems impossible. I can't seem to manage. And I told them, so I told them, like, well, eat more whole foods and get your protein in. Like, it's not that hard. And I sent them an example of my tracking of nutrients for a day. And several people said that I was lying or that I didn't know how to track properly, because they're like, you can't have 240 grams of protein and over 200 grams of fiber in your diet, and you're only hitting 2,200 calories. Yeah, actually, here. And I gave them the exact foods. Funny thing, several people complimented it and said, oh, that sounds great. Man, that's really good. Those 2 people that were calling me a liar, didn't hear anything else from them. It's really not hard. I've always found it really hard when people say it's hard to do. I've never struggled to have high protein in my diet. The fact of the matter is, they put a bunch of trash in their diets. Then they want to keep those things. It's like, well, yeah, you're not gonna. Also, I eat things like my elk. That's what I'll be having today. My elk. These very low fat. Very, very low fat. So, a lot less calories than what most people are getting. And I have my Siggy Skier, which is, of course, 0 fat. So I can get in tons of protein. And if you want to have fats in your diet, go ahead. I don't. My body doesn't react well to fats. So I kind of cut them out for the most part. I have the minimum for health reasons. It's mostly because of hormones. And yeah, that's it. I have 30 grams of fat most of the time. Just enough to keep me hormonally healthy. And nothing else. It works well, I find. But, It's not for everybody, I guess. Some people don't mind my kind of diet. Other people do. Works, whatever works for you. How is what I always say, but the fact of the matter is that a lot of people aren't doing something big just because it works for them. They are purposely putting in unhealthy things that they don't need to be eating. They're putting them in because they want them. They're having the, candies or unhealthy treats, such as, I was doing some antiquing yesterday. And they had a shop and they had fresh fudge. You think I don't want fudge? Fudge is one of my favorite things. I love to make it. I love to eat it. Fudge is a personal obsession of mine, always was. And I haven't had it in, 8 months? You either have or you don't. I hate the whole gray area thing. I know I've mentioned that before when people are like, oh, just do this or do that because, being too restrictive is negative. I completely disagree personally. I've always followed the idea that you either do it or you don't. I don't like the gray area. I kind of with Ayn Rand. I mean, I'm not sure if she actually is the one that invented the idea, but she was the first one I ever heard it from. And that, about I think it was a quote in Atlas Shrugged about there is a light or a good and a bad, a light and a dark, and choosing the gray is always evil. The fact of the matter is, if you acknowledge the existence of a gray area, you're acknowledging the existence of a light and a dark. So an absolute good and an absolute evil. So if you are not continuously in pursuit of the absolute good, then you are accepting evil by accepting the gray area. You're not accepting the absolute evil. Doesn't matter though, it's still evil. And I kind of look at things that way as far as the dietary habits. Like, look, you're either you do it or don't. Don't pretend like choosing a halfway point is better. But yeah, these are banana coconut flour muffins. Very healthy. Very, very healthy. Who knows what they're going to taste like. But I don't know. I don't really plan things out. I just kind of make them. But alrighty. Well, I had a little bit of philosophical nonsense from me. So, have a good one or a bad one. I won't tell you what to do, but that's all up to you.